You're an ambitious person that has an invisible weight that holds you back from becoming your best self. This pain can stop us from achieving our goals of the day, completing things on our to-do list. Meanwhile, we look at other people around us. They got healthier bodies. They got less friction, probably advantages that you don't have. And you think, if only I didn't have this roadblock, this thing that my body stops me from being my best self. And you just want to get on with things. There are a few techniques and mindset shifts that can completely change the way you see yourself and alter the way you look at your work and help you move forward in life to achieve your goals. And in this video, I'm going to map out exactly how I tackle the moments where I compare to normal people and it gets me down, but I still manage to make progress on my own goals and manage to move forward. First, when you're living in a body that is just in survival mode constantly, that already takes away so much energy. You wake up already in survival mode. Look look at a normal person now and think they wake up, they already have 10 energy coins. Meanwhile, we wake up, it takes 5 energy coins to even wake up and get ready for the day, and then perhaps another 1 or 2 to just become online for the day. Meanwhile, the healthy person has the 10 energy coins, they wake up, they haven't even used 0.5 of the coin. They showered, they got ready, they gone to the gym already, boom, 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 they haven't even used their 5 yet. Meanwhile, we already lose half our energy just getting up for the day. So first, having that acknowledgement that we're not even playing the same game really. We're in the same world, but we have different cards. Understanding that, how your body is different, first just lets the mental pain lessen. Because when you're always fighting yourself, comparing yourself to a normal person, you're just using up mental energy that can go somewhere else. So having self-compassion for yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror perhaps and thinking, this is the body I have to work with. I've been given this body, and it's a powerful place to accept that that's where you are, and this is the tool that I have to work on the goals that I want to achieve. And whatever your goal might be, it might be, let's say, a businessman. So you, instead of just always doing your measuring your worth by what you accomplished that day, instead you have this line: I am trying to be the best business person, the best businessman I can be. That's simple. I'm trying to be the best businessman I can be. Or replace businessman with whatever you're trying to be. Because then that factors in your limitations and what you're going through. And it is the best version you can be, not someone else. So when you live by that line all the time, I'm trying to be the best, insert your one, that I can be. Every single action that you now take reinforces that identity and belief. And it gives you a positive effect because you're there like, yeah, I am that person. I'm putting in the steps and reps, making progress that I can actually do with the body that I have. This takes away the mental energy that you have, always fighting yourself, always beating yourself up, and now you free the energy to actually let it just think creatively on your goals and just be at peace. Sometimes just relaxing is powerful, resting is powerful, because it allows the mind to process things and actually create your best work. In the world of overstimulation that we live in, learning to rest is the most powerful. With that identity line that you now have, I am becoming the best insert that I can possibly be. Now, there's no reason for you to compare to a healthy person. But our brain will still do it because this is an infinite battle of life. A battle that we have to acknowledge that this is just a survival mechanism in our brain. It is there for survival purposes, trying to make us higher status so we can survive and get more resources. But obviously in this day and age, it's ineffective, it's outdated, but we still have to battle the constant comparison. But using that line of identity, I am becoming the best, your goal that I can be, by be a businessman, YouTuber, salesman, well, literally whatever you're trying to be, that's what you insert in there. Best university student, best student, best whatever, best son to your mother, even. You just keep that line inside. And the constant battle that you have of comparison, it won't ease. I won't lie to you, it won't ease. It'll still be a constant battle every single day. That's why I label it infinite battle of life. Because you cannot beat this beast. You have to befriend it. And by that, you always have to angle your thought towards the past version of yourself. This is the most powerful way. When you're talking to the comparison, you can call it beast, friend, whatever it is might be in your life right now. It might be a demon. It might already be your friend. Well, for most people, it's not their friend. For most people, they don't even acknowledge it as another entity inside their brain. They just let the comparison go autopilot. So this technique, you see it as a separate part of yourself and you speak to it with compassion and kindness. And you say, I've come this far. Look how far I've come, bro. Look how far we've come. Because he's with you on the journey. And you go, yeah. And then he might speak back to you and go, yeah, bro, we're actually sick. Remember, you can't hate yourself to success. You gotta love yourself to success. It's the only way. Some people, they win by hating themselves, yeah, sure. But guess what? The internal world is still hate. And I'd rather be at peace in this world than successful. Peace is the ultimate success. And that's what I'm here to teach you in all my videos. We are ambitious people. We have goals still. We have things we want to do. And there are days where we have high capacity days, medium capacity, low capacity. And by that I mean how our body, how much energy we have on the day to complete the tasks that we have outlined. So you have to have also self-compassion for yourself. Understand and listen to your body and how much energy it has in that day to do the things you want to do. I use myself as an example here. Making videos is quite exhausting sometimes because there's resistance to even begin. Then once I begin, I enter a flow state, but I need to get through that resistance, and sometimes I don't have the capacity. My body is not strong enough, or it's just in pain. Right now, today, I got pain right going down this arm because my rib cage is hurting and my back's hurting. It's been hurting for days. I've had a couple of days off, low capacity days, just reading. Then today I woke up and I thought, I gotta make these videos, I gotta push through the resistance. And what I do, I push through, and now I've made this one, and I'm making more. Because the snowball effect, the momentum. So sometimes, yeah, today I would label for me, medium capacity day so far. Because I've broken through the first initial resistance. And then the snowball momentum happens. But then, let me tell you, I made the first video. And I have a goal to make 3 videos. But I made the first one and I was just extremely tired. And I sat there and I thought, it's okay if I just make one in this session. And I sat there, I went out, I walked out my room, I did something. Came back, sat down, I just rested in the chair. I let my mind just rest to think about another idea to talk about, which is this idea in this video. And then I pressed record and I started speaking again. because I didn't hate myself and say, no, I must get to the goal of 3 videos. No, I said, you know what, I made 1 video, congratulations. If I make another one, then woohoo, let's go. If I don't, then it's fine. Because this is okay when there's no deadline. When you have a deadline, if you're in university, that's a different type of obstacle. And obviously with that, I do offer one-to-one personalized coaching support, link in the description, where I can actually personally help you and hear your story and work through these barriers together. Sometimes you do have to reduce the goal of the day, the to-do, depending on your capacity. Label it. Once you wake up, become self-aware, read your body for a minute and see, do I am low capacity, medium capacity, high capacity? And then tackle your to-do list accordingly with what you can do. Consistency isn't equal output every single day. Every day is different depending on how your energy is when you're an unwell person. So don't beat yourself up when you cannot consistently make the same progress every single day, or even some days are going to be 0, and that's fine. Some days you want to do things and you simply cannot. And this is where the self-forgiveness comes in. You forgive yourself, the self-compassion comes in, and you go, it's alright, bro. You talk to yourself like there's someone else. Yeah, some people say inner child. Some people say whatever else, I don't know. But you just create separation. You just create the other, it's like entity, persona. And you speak to it. Because the separation is powerful. They teach this in meditation. Like I was saying before, you can only really love yourself to success, to real success. So in these moments of hardship and resistance, you give yourself unconditional love, and you say, like I just said about me making the next videos, you say to yourself, alright bro, I already love myself for what I've accomplished and how far I've come. And everything I do going forward is addition. I don't need to prove my worth, I don't need to prove anything to myself, because I already love myself. Everything I do from now on is just more evidence of my courage, resilience, and power. It's addition. You don't need it. Coming from a place of need and scarcity creates a dynamic with the work and tasks that you do not want to create. This is because when that dynamic is always happening, you create a negative aura around the tasks. You think you're always just beating yourself up and living low vibration. Instead, we want to transfer to high vibration using those tools I laid out already. The self-forgiveness, unconditional love, self-compassion. Simple productivity as well. To build momentum, we want to do a 2-minute start the task for 2 minutes. If you're on low capacity, see what you can do. If you can't do it after 2 minutes, 1 minute, it's fine, because you've already tried, and you congratulate yourself for trying, and then you move on. It is most difficult to live in this world with a body that does not cooperate with you and do what you want it to do on a daily basis. And then we look outside and we see healthy people roaming around, sometimes just damaging their body, living recklessly. We're eating healthy, we're trying our best just to be healthy, and our body is fighting us every day. It's difficult, but using these techniques, you can give yourself a mental break, and you can love yourself into progressing in your life on your pace. There's no path. There's path rubbish. There's no race the society wants to put on you. You're on your own path. Because where are we even going? If you want to talk about the race, where are we going? Where's the finish line? Death. So we're all racing to death. No, it's like listening to music. When you listen to music, are we just waiting for the end of the track? No. We're enjoying the actual music in the present moment. Sometimes we like reload it, go back, listen to it again. Nostalgia for just the real life, and that's what life is. We're not racing anywhere. We're not going to the end. We're in the music, living right now in the music, living today. If you struggle with this immensely, I offer a one-to-one coaching call. The link in the description. It will be my pleasure to hear your story, hear your case, and help you identify where the resistances are, where you're struggling, and get you consistent in achieving your goals, even as an ambitious, chronically ill person, so you can make progress in your life. But remember, this is solo.